Hi, Bishop Frank Dupre here with another drive-by message. Driving down the highway, and I just want to talk to you for a few minutes about something about apostolic ministry. Okay? Now, in the beginning of the early church, all ministry was apostolic, meaning that all ministry was birthed out of the apostles. Jesus had poured into his apostles for just about 3 years and trained them and groomed them and brought them into the understanding of the kingdom of God, and then released them to go into all the world and preach the good news to every living creature. Now, of course, they also understood that they were going out there as apostles, which meant they were sent, because the root of apostle means sent, but they were sent on a mission by a king, because apostles, in the days of the Greeks and the Romans, apostles were generals, they were warriors, they were fighters, they were men who led armies, and not just men who led an army, men who led multiple armies. They were chief strategists of the kingdom that they were a part of, and their emperor or their king entrusted them with a great mission to go and advance their kingdom, or to defend their kingdom, or to maintain their kingdom. And so Jesus was sending out his apostles because Jesus is a king, and although his kingdom is not of this world, his kingdom still is to be advanced and established and promoted and built in such a way as that it creates posterity and prosperity in our lives. It touches the lives of others. And so the pastoral ministry that was developed and grown in the early church all came out of the apostles' hearts that Christ had put into them as a great shepherd. He was the chief shepherd, and he put that pastoral heart into their lives, and that mingled with the apostolic mission is what made the church move forward, never just to maintain, but always to move forward. And then the evangelistic aspect, they had been trained up as evangelists because they were sent out 2 by 2 to go and prepare the way for Jesus to come. But then as apostles, they were able to take that preparing the way and bring it to the next level, which was not just to see souls saved, but to see souls established in the kingdom of God, in the culture of the kingdom of God, and to become change agents in this world, touching other lives. And then the teacher, that aspect that he had taught them, he said, go and teach all nations what I have taught you. So again, now their teaching ministry and the teachers that were raised up in an apostolic manner, because everything was birthed out of the apostles and the teaching that Christ gave them. Every first day of the week on Sundays, they would gather together and they would be taught the apostles' doctrine. And so they grew. And then the prophetic ministry that came forth in the early church, that prophetic ministry was apostolic in nature, because it wasn't just prophecy to make people feel good, or prophecy for this and that. It was prophecy that would edify, that would exhort, get them called to action, get them to be built up and strengthened up. And so that was a part of the apostolic mission being produced and birthed through the prophetic movement. So all fivefold ministry giftings, apostle, prophet, evangelist, pastor, teacher, they were all apostolic at the heart, at the very nature. And that apostolic aspect did one more thing. It created a team spirit. See, the early church, they worked as a team. It was not just a man of God being out there and being lifted up as the great person, the great minister who everybody needs to come to and get the word from and this and that. No. It was a team of ministry that they went out and they worked together. They ministered together. They functioned and they flowed together. God was ministering to them and through them as a team. It was a fivefold team, like a basketball team with a captain, the apostle, and then you have your 2 forwards and your 2 guards, and you had your prophet and your teacher, and then you had your pastor and your evangelist. And so that was a team, and so that's what they had created. So I want you to think about whatever ministry you're involved in. Are you a team player? Are you hooked up with an apostle? Are you connected in an apostolic network? If you're not connected, or if you're not in a church that is apostolic in nature, inbox me, get in touch with me. Let me know what's going on in your life. Maybe I know somebody in your area. You see, as the administrator for the United States Coalition of Apostolic Leaders, I've got contacts with people all across the nation, great apostles and apostolic leaders, men of God, women of God, in all different states, Alaska, wherever you may be, Michigan, Texas, Hawaii, doesn't matter, New York, New Jersey. We can connect you with people All right, so, and if you're interested, if you're an apostle or you're an apostolic leader and you want to be connected to others, then inbox me and let me know. I'll send you information about the U.S. Coalition of Apostolic Leaders. I pray that this has blessed you today, and pray for me as I continue to do these drive-by messages, and let's let the kingdom of God go forward in Jesus' name. God bless you now.